Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the shop. So as you can see, I'm just kind of dinking around here. I got the bike sitting in the middle of the shop, and look, we got barbecue and some random other junk from my old house that needs to find a home. And we got the tractor, one there and one there. And so basically right now I think I'm going to use this one this week for my lawn cuttings and such, and this one I got to get a bit of work done too. So I'm going to park it out back, and that one I'm just going to put it outside here, outside the door, while I get shit put together, figured out. Got to move these speakers, put them somewhere, maybe shove them under the trailer or something like that. And then the blue cav has to go right back up against my workbench back there, because that's where the bike was for the winter, so now there's some room back there. And maybe if I can kind of squeeze in between the cars there, maybe get into the red cav, but I don't know if that's really going to happen, and pull it out of gear and roll it back too. But the whole reason why I'm doing this is I need 20 feet from the door to the cars, and I've got 18 now, and I've got about 2.5 feet behind the cars, so the cars can go back. So it's all going to work, and width-wise I don't need a whole hell of a lot, so that shit should be okay shoved over there. And I'm going to show you guys in a minute why I need to make this room. Okay, so look, we got that thing running. Good to go. Loving it. First time in well, since the last video that this thing ran, so close to a year anyway. Next is the blue cav. It's flatlined, so we got the charger on there. Gonna give it a few minutes. Now this will be a good old start, cold start video for you guys, because shit, I haven't ran this thing in like a long ass time. So we got a flat tire. But anyways, just enough to start it up and basically move it back until I feel some resistance, and then that'll mean that I'm there. I've reached my goal. So yeah, let me just let this son of a bitch charge here for like 5-10 minutes, because it's really dead, and I don't think the battery's gonna help any, because it's pretty fucked. I think I'm gonna leave the red one alone for now. But I got the bike back there. It's tucked back and out of the way, and but then when I want to ride it, I'm still gonna have room here to get it out, like just to get it out. It's gonna be a little tight, but it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay for now. So I take the rest of this shit to the dump, except for my barbecue. Gotta have that. All right, we're gonna try it. It's been about 5 minutes. Now this battery is really dead, so I don't know if we're gonna have any results just yet. Alrighty, here we go. Let's give it try number 2. Hopefully this freaking works. We're on, I left it on 12 volt boost start to try and make it go. So we'll see. Hopefully. Had like 3 seconds of lifter tick from a dry lifter. Sounds good to me. Right on. Oh, I blew a bit of smoke back there. Alright. We got gear. Let's back up. Alright, we're there. And we can shut her down. However, this should give me my 20 feet now, so I'm going to grab my measuring tape and just verify that. It's going to be tight. I'm just going to make it. Right? It doesn't have to be exactly 20. It's actually a little bit less, but see, the hammer handle is right where we need it. Just so that my door can shut. So, I'm going to get rid of this battery charger now. and you guys will be checking it out momentarily. Now to fire up the tow truck, or the Das Auto, Little Hitler. There we go. Okay, see the hammer line? Shit, lots of room to spare. That's why you always overestimate, just to make sure. The even better news is I got room for this to go back in the shop when I'm all done. I'm actually gonna shut it off, fuck it, so I can give you guys a tour. No way to change my mind! Oh no! Oh well. Just kidding, I didn't change my mind. Okay, here we go, the moment you've all been waiting for. Motor boat, and picked this thing up yesterday. Dirt cheap. Super cheap, so stupid cheap, you won't even believe it. Obviously, trailer and everything included. And most of the top, it's missing the sides. The interior is actually not too bad. The seats are faded, but they're not cracked or anything. Obviously, as you can see, it definitely needs some paint. Needs a plexiglass windshield buffed real well, but that's really easy to do. Other than that, it's actually a completely solid boat. Other than the scuffs and stuff, just a good layer of paint and should be good to go. So I'm going to pull this top off here and give you guys the grande. Oh, but wait until you see the power plant. Not bad. A Johnson 40 horse motor. Nice. It's a 1974 runabout with the 40 horse Johnson, ladies and gentlemen. So I mean, other than this right here, I mean the top's actually in respectable shape. That's the only rips there, just nowhere else. It's perfect. So yeah. So let me pull the top off of it and give you guys the better tour and the lowdown on how I got this thing for next to nothing. Okay, so let me give you guys the tour. Well, like I said, 1974 runabout. So far, it holds my beer. Of course, you got to have a steering wheel and your shifters and all that fun stuff. Now, I was actually kind of looking for like a 14-foot aluminum, and then I found this on the Kijiji. So as you can see, she's showing her age. Like we showed you, it's got the 40 horse Johnson. Little inline two-stroke, carbureted of course, and a brand new starter motor. Sweet. It also has a brand new 3-day-old ignition switch. Which was almost 50 bucks. Well, that's because the owner of this boat couldn't get it running this year. It's been in the water every single year up until this spring. Well, he couldn't get the damn thing running. So it's a magneto style ignition with points and condenser, so he figured this switch was burnt out. Well, after putting that switch in, it still wouldn't go. I'll show you what the problem was. And this is why I got the boat so cheap, because it was a non-runner, it's so damn old and needs a bit of work. The transom, well, it's already been reinforced once, so it's obviously soft. But it's not a big deal. They're actually pretty easy to replace. But I figure there's still one more year left in it, which will be this summer. So in the winter we'll cut it out and build a new one. Anyways, about the Johnson. Well, every man has one. Just, it might not be an outboard motor. there's these quick connect fuel lines right here. Just work like that. Well, of course, in storage the motor was in the up position, and inside here is a check valve and an O-ring that seals around the fuel inlet. Well, the O-ring's no good. No good at all. So when it was sitting up in the up position, there was water from the rain and snow and everything else getting in that little crack right there and running down the fuel line. Oh, I thought I just ripped my pants on there. The trailer's kind of raggedy, so, you know. Anyways, water was running down the fuel line into the other quick connect, which was here, which I removed, which goes to the fuel tank, obviously normally stored underneath there, and had filled this tank almost halfway with water. And I know it was almost halfway because there was just a little bit of fuel oil mix, because it's a two-stroke, sitting on the surface. So there was almost nothing in it when it was put away. I flushed the tank and flushed this line, of course drained the carburetor, and primed it with fresh two-stroke fuel. Wouldn't you know, one quick turn of the key and she fired right up, running good and strong. So that's the story. If you want to know what I paid for it, I figured worst case scenario, if the boat's really a piece of scrap, I still got a good trailer I can build a better metal scrap hauler out of. Anyways, all said and done, just a couple $100. Not bad at all. So let me show you what the plans are. Now obviously I'm gonna give a quick spit shine paint job to the trailer because it's a little rough, and it definitely needs some new rubber because that's some of the worst weather cracking I've ever seen. The tail lights were obviously no good no more, and this gentleman just kind of duct taped some magnetic tow lights from Princess Auto onto it. But hey, they did the job. I mean, we towed her home. So it's a 14-foot runabout, and it's made by the Meteor Boat Company. And the max on this body is allowed a 45 horse Johnson, or a 45 horse motor, I guess. Doesn't have to be a Johnson. But I think the 40 should move her along pretty good. He said it, you know, it booked along all right. Now, I haven't been fishing in about 9 years, and I love fishing. Just haven't really gotten around to it, you know. So this year, that's going to change. And of course, you know, the girlfriend loves to tan. The cool thing about this boat is both these seats fold down nice and flat. So it's like tanning beds. Right on. So that means you can tan in this one and I can fish out of that one. Fucking right. So anyways, I'll show you the plans anyways to clean her up. Should only take me about a week or two, and then I'll have her in the water. Obviously, I'm going to be sanding it down, and anyways, it'll be sanded right down, and the hull and the top, everything. And I'm thinking of doing the hull black. That's the part that's blue right now. And then I was thinking of leaving just the side part here, like that, white. And then the top, a nice shiny red. Obviously, repolish the chrome and the stainless, and buff that windshield out, which is actually not too bad. It shouldn't be too difficult to do. I don't think I'm going to bother with a wiper, but we'll see. I need a new light there, or new lens anyways. So we're going to give it a good cleaning and vinyl dress the seats and all that, and see if we can kind of bring a little bit of life back into them. Like I said, they're not cracked, so why not? I'll probably do the dash and everything red as well, just to match with the you know, the top of the boat. And as far as the cover goes, I'll probably just get a new one, so probably a black one. But yeah, so anyways, here's the new toy, the new project. I figure if anything, it's a great little starter boat. Never owned one before, so I'm pretty excited. It's pretty cool. And it's not an aluminum boat, so I don't have to sit in the back and friggin' steer with the motor. I can sit up here and friggin' motorboat. Because every man loves to motorboat. Don't we? Don't we, gentlemen? We love to motorboat. So anyways, I think dinner time's calling me. And cheers and beers. Later, guys.